Good morning and welcome to Talk Yarny to Me. I'm your host Zuri, and I just wanted to jump in here real quick and show you a couple of finished objects because they're going to their new home in any minute now. So I'm sitting outside church. I just pulled up and dropped my mom off, and I just wanted to show you because remember I told you I was making hats for my friends' toddlers, hats and scarves. Well, I finished them. Well, the little girls were already finished, but I did the boys this week after I cast on for my with my new needles. All right, so this is a hat that you saw me cast on the other day. Isn't it cute? So this is hers, it's his, and this is hers. You can see the size difference a little bit. So a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. I really just did almost the same number of cast on stitches, but I just went a little further. And then this is his little cowl. I know I'm really close to the camera, but this is his little cowl. This is her little cowl. And then this is the one that I made their mom. And I didn't have time to do her a cowl, but if she wants one, I'll do one for her. I remember I was like making a scarf. It was taking forever. It would take me a whole nother week because I was doing it like as a tubular scarf. It was just taking forever. Like I can knock out that cowl in a day, but if I try to do a scarf, if I try to finish it, it's gonna take me forever. So if she wants, I'll do her a cowl. This is all value yarn, guys. And I washed it this morning, or I mean last night. It washes up so soft. I know that especially like in the yarn community, in the knitting community, we love to shade value yarn, but it washed up so soft. This is like, these are both Craft Smart from Michaels, and then this one is Craft Smart for the gray, and then the blue is what's the one everyone hates? Super Saver. It was not that much fun to work with. I'll give you that. It was not fun on my hands. But man, as soon as I took it out of the dryer, it's so soft. And this is for a mom with 2 toddlers. Like, all she's got to do is throw it in the washer and dryer. Like, for as much as we love to shade value yarn, it gets the job done. And it once you wash it, it washes up so soft. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that real quick. I actually just saw the family pull up that I'm giving this to. So, yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'll probably cut this in with another video that I do maybe in a couple days. But anyway, have a great day, have a great Sunday, and I will see you guys probably in just a few seconds. All right, bye-bye. Hi there, welcome back. My name is Zuri, and you have found Talk Yarny to Me. It's my little yarn, knitting, crochet, podcast, video, blog, whatever we're gonna call it. We'll just have fun and figure it out. Hopefully you guys saw my video I tagged in at the beginning of this, where I showed you the little hat and scarf sets I made for my friend and her 2 kids. She really loved them. She was so excited, and I'm just hoping they fit right. I told her if they don't fit, especially if they're too small, to let me know and I'll make them a little bigger. But we live in Georgia. There's only so much winter left, and so I wanted to, well, there's no winter left really. There's a couple of chilly days, maybe 1 freeze left, but it's rare this late in the year, or early in the year, however you want to put it. But this late in the winter, it's rare that we have even another freeze in our coming. But we might have a few more chilly days. It's actually been chilly this week, so I hope they got good use out of the hats and cowls, not scarves. I told her I'd make her one as well if she wanted. I didn't have time to finish her scarf. I tried to finish it this week. It's gonna take, I'm gonna make her a cowl, because it's just gonna be forever trying to do that broken seed stitch in like a tubular scarf. It's not. I either need to, like, it's too wide, it's like this wide, and it's just a lot. It's taking forever. The cowls knocked them out so quick, so I'll make her a cowl. Hopefully we'll see if we get to it this week. We'll see, maybe this weekend. Got a lot of chores to catch up on those, so who knows. But that was good. I also was able to give my 2 blankets that I made, the stripy knit blanket and then a star-shaped crochet blanket, to my friends that just had babies. One lady, they were in church, and the babies, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks old now. So they came to church. I gave it to them. And then my other friend, because their babies are preemie, he's actually still in the hospital, but her husband was there, so I delivered it to him, and she sent me a text later. She was so excited. So she said she loves it. So I'm happy for them, and hopefully once the baby's out of the hospital, he will get some really good use out of it. And So now I'm just working on the third and hopefully final blanket for a wild baby blanket. It's coming along good. So you see, I've got 2 rows of the mint, and that was almost a whole skein of this Red Heart Baby Essentials. Like, this little ball is all I've got left. So then I added on the yellow, which I had already used a little bit of this yellow to trim both of those last blankets. So I don't know if it'll do 2 full rows, but I also, like I said, I was able to find some on sale. I found a 3-pack. Well, I found some on sale on Amazon for probably not much more than what it would have cost in the store, you know, had it still been available. It's discontinued now. Usually if you find discontinued yarns like on Amazon, Etsy, they're like just like double, triple the price. And I'm just like, if I didn't find them that cheap, I think it was like 5 something, if I recall, which I'm pretty sure is probably not much more than what they were when they were on the shelves. So I figured it's good. So I'm thinking two rows of yellow, and then at least 2 more of green, and then maybe 2 more of yellow. So I can't see this taking more than 4 balls. And so I know I've got 2 more. I want to say 2 more balls left of the green, and then, you know, 3 new unopened balls of the yellow. It's called Lemonade, plus the one that I'm already working on right now. So it'll be more than enough. And then I guess if I have anything left over, maybe I'll do some little hats, some baby hats or something, just to use them up. Because shopping my stash isn't doing too well if I keep having to dip in and buy some other stuff. So that's going really well. I'll post the pattern in my comments, but I mean in my description. But so I found the pattern on Ravelry, and it actually has a ton of mistakes. And then if you like, you can click on the page that takes you to the designer's blog, and I think the pattern is pretty much correct there, though it's not as like, it's not in as readable a form, but it's fine. But it just has like a lot of mistakes. And if you read like the comments and stuff, like people pointed out the mistakes, and she's like, oh my god, and she fixed them, but then she left more. So it's an easy pattern. Like, you can see what it's supposed to be. Like, there's places that it says like knit 8 when it should be purl 8 or something like that. Like, if you're even a intermediate, if you're not a very beginner, then you'll be like, oh, this doesn't make sense. I think she meant knit or something like that. So yeah, either way it works. It's decent. Like, it's a decent pattern. It's got the it's just got like the stars are just like reverse stockinette. So this is the wrong side, this is the right side. Not the stars, hearts. I kind of wish that they were just, you know, garter stitch, just because it stands out more. You know, I didn't really think about that until I was like, you know, kind of in a bit. But it's kind of nice. Like, it's gonna, like, once I wash it and it really relaxes, they'll lay flat really nicely. And then you'll have the contrast between like the garter stitch borders, because there's like six stitches here, and then 6 rows in between, and then there's an 8-row border. So I think it's gonna be cute. You can see them. It's a cute idea. It's not a hard knit, so that's good. So that's what I'm working on. That's like my one WIP besides my husband's sweater, which it's still in timeout. I said I told him I was gonna work on it this week, but I might not, because I hate it so much. That's the only reason I hate it. I should show you. I'll show you guys next time. It's right behind me on the back of the couch, just like mocking me, where I have to, I can't remember if I even like frog, but I need to frog it. I think I did. So it's just a pile of yarn I don't want to think about. But I did cast on a new project, and it is, so my college roommate, when she has commissions, first thing, well, not the first thing, but it's the biggest thing anyone's ever commissioned from you. She wants a blanket in the red hair. It's called the pattern is called the spiral knit lapgan, and it's what I used it to make my mother-in-law a blanket for her, for Christmas for her, and I posted a picture, and she's like, can I get this? And she told me what color she wanted, and she told me how big she wants it, and I was like, yeah, I can do that. She wanted like bright 90s colors. She loves that. Like first she was like, can I get, because I use the Ogo yarn, which one is it? The Karen Colorama Ogo, last year's one, which comes in like, it has like each Ogo has 5 color blocks. And so I just did it over and over again. I did the spiral starting on different ends of it. So it just kind of spiraled out in opposite colors kind of. And she was like, well, I see 5 colors in that blanket. So can I get, this, and this? And I was like, well, that's a self-striping yarn. It just kind of worked out that way, but I'll see what I got. And I was hoping that I could find something in my stash that'll work. She was like, can I get like 2 shades of purple and a yellow? And I think she said 2 shades of something else. I forget. Green. She said a green and something else. And she's from New Orleans. I thought she was looking like kind of get a Mardi Gras theme. So I was like, well, I looked in my stash and I have some cupcake yarn that has like a lot of purples and greens and yellows. And so I was like, hey, how about this one? I'm guessing you're going for a Mardi Gras theme. She's like, no, I really just wanted I love bright 90s colors, So I was like, oh, okay. Like I started picturing, I was like, so like Saved by the Bell background intro. She's like, exactly. So I don't have anything that fits that really. But then I remembered, Super Saver stripes with the the neon ones. I think Premier has something like that too, but I've been like eyeing them in the store. They're so pretty, but I have no use for them. Like there's nothing I would really want to make with them, so I keep leaving them on the shelf. So I sent her a picture of this one, which is the retro stripes, and she loved it. And so excuse me, throat is dry. I hate when people cough all up in their podcast, so I'm going to try not to do that. If I need to, I'll pause and get some water. So she loved it. So I was like, and this is like Joann's is having that sale. Plus I found a coupon code. So I was able to find the yarn for like $2 something, a skein. And so then I thought I didn't tell her this, but I'm going to actually pair it with this one here, which is the polo stripes, I think. Parrot stripes. Because this has like the purples that she wanted. Some blues. More purples and blues. And this has like the greens and the yellows. And, I feel like, putting these two together. So what it is, so here's what we got so far. I actually cast it on tonight, just not too long ago. So what you do is color A or whichever color, you do 20 stitches here. And then you do like join it with intarsia and do 20 stitches here and make 2 blocks. And then you switch up, you reverse it and do 2 blocks here, and then you cast off. So then you start with a center square, and then you're gonna have a triangles. So you're gonna start, I want to say you start on this side once this is like full, and you do a triangle. You're gonna cast on one side, and then you're gonna decrease to make a triangle, and then you're gonna cast on, and you're gonna switch colors, and you cast on the other side. You're gonna decrease to make a triangle. You're just gonna keep doing that around and around and around, and what it's going to do is make 2 spirals. So you're going to have a blue, like this blue skein, the parrot stripes is going to or no, this one probably, let's say this one. So what is this again? Retro stripes is going to spiral around like this, and then the parrot stripes is going to spiral around, I want to say like this. So you'll see it. It's going to come together. I'll show you the progress of this a little more as I go along, and it'll make sense. But it works out really cool. It's a really cool effect. If I have the picture, if I can put a picture, I'm not sure. I'm sure I can figure out how to put a picture. I'll show you what I did for my mother-in-law, and you'll see what's going on. Hers kind of starts up, because I used the same actual like color. Like I didn't do 2 different colorways. Like it starts out with like the very defined spiral, and then as it goes on, they kind of blend together a little bit. But I like it because she's a quilter, so I feel like it has a really cool patchwork effect when it's like that. And she loved it. So that's great. And yes, that's what I'm working on besides my husband's thing, which technically I'm working on, but it's in timeout back there. And then the other thing, I don't have it with me, but so the blue and silver, the blue and gray, of that little boy's hat that I made that I showed you guys. My stepson, that's what he wants. My youngest, he wants his blanket to be that color. Remember I told you I wanted to do like a dinosaur theme because he likes dinosaurs. So I was like knitting. I was making the cowl, I think, and he's up in the room. Like, and I was like, so what color do you want your blanket? And he just looks at the colors I'm knitting with, the gray and the blue, and he's like, this and this. And I was like, are you sure I can do you like green? I can do green and stuff, and I can make you a dinosaur blanket. And he's just like, well, you know, dinosaurs weren't actually green, right? He's like, they were brown and this color and this color. And I was like, okay, so I'm glad I didn't. You know, remember I told you I was looking all over for the green Ogos that I had, and I almost went on Joann's and bought them. Like, I even still, once I found out that their big sale is still going on until the 1st, I was like, I should go and grab it while it's cheap. And I almost did, and I'm glad I didn't now. So, but now I don't have enough of the gray and the blue. And so I might go and try to just get some of that blue, the blue Super Saver. The gray is from Michael's, so I'll just have to, you know, but it's the Craft Smart. It's really cheap. But I might go, I'll see how much I have, and then I'll go and get some blue Super Saver. Like, it's a royal, not quite navy, but very like royal blue. And then I was trying to decide what I want to do with it. I've been wanting for the longest time to do a pattern in like a buffalo plaid, where it's like a solid, and then you have like kind of like a plaid or a checks, like with one color as the predominant one, and then solid. So, and then the next row has the other color as a solid, and then the alternate as a predominant. I think that's how it works, but you know, it's a cool look. And I always assumed that buffalo plaid used slip stitches like a mosaic. But then I was looking into it, I was looking at videos and stuff, and it's actually stranded knitting, which I've never really done much of. And so I was trying to decide whether I want to do it for this blanket. It's a big project. And the thing is like the floats I don't want, you know, I don't know how much we want like long floats in a blanket. So I might save that for something else, maybe something smaller, or I might put a backing on the blanket once I'm done with it. So I'm trying to think. I might do, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do a 10 stitch blanket. That's what I did that's what I did for my son last year, and he really likes it. But it gets a little tedious, like just doing a 10, not tedious, like monotonous. Especially once you get the edges get really long and you're not doing a lot of turns, and you're just like, okay, 10, slide your thing. You do the DPNs and you slide your DPN, 10, you know. So I don't know if I want to feel like doing that. So I got a little thinking to do. I'll come to a decision by the end of the week on like what I want to do with that. And yeah, but that's what's going on. I just wanted to show you guys. One, I wanted to show you guys my finished objects because I talked about that project a bit, and then my work in progress, and then what I cast on. So that is those 2 projects, my husband's sweater, and I will probably cast on my son's blanket sometime this weekend or next week. We'll see. I want to get that started soon because we got the news today. So I work primarily from home, and we got the news today that we're officially no longer hybrid, which stinks. So we got to go back to the office at least 4 days a week, I think is right now the call. And so when I'm home, I get to, on my day, not downtime, but like when I'm waiting around, if I'm like waiting for someone to respond to an email or just doing anything where I don't have to actively be clicking and typing, like I always have a project next to me. I'll just pick them up and go. Or when I'm doing like have to do like 5 hours of training a week. So when I'm sitting through like my training videos, it's the best thing. Like that keeps me like my attention the best. If not, I like pick up my phone and do something else or start working, and not like while the video is playing and not be paying attention. So I usually will pick up my knitting or my crocheting, and I'll just work that. So now I'll have to go back to work. So one, that's gonna be just less like random knitting time and crafting time during the day. And then, but then too, the other thing is that like so much stuff, like I'll be getting home now at, 6 o'clock and cook dinner and homework and all like my evenings will be a lot more household stuff. And then, so the time after my husband goes to bed, he goes to bed about 8:30 because he gets up early. He'll come downstairs. He kicks me out the room. I'll come downstairs and I'll usually craft, for a couple of hours. So that time now is probably going to be spent doing a lot more household stuff. And so I don't know. I feel like crafting time is going to be reduced. We'll see. It's just a different norm. I kind of, we had a little gentle nudging, just reminding him like, okay, well, I'll be getting home after you now every day. So, he likes to just come in and take a nap and then go work out. And, so just kind of like a hint, like you're going to have to do a lot more stuff around the house. Like we neither of us like cooking, but I do more. So, he's like, okay, well, if I'm going to have to cook, then, he cleans more than I do, but he does it on the weekends usually. So it's pretty much like a trade-off. I got to cook more, you got to clean more. So, we'll see. But that might cut into my hours of uninterrupted crafting I get every night. But it also probably will force me to go to bed on time, which I do not do enough. So we'll see. It's just going to be a matter of figuring out what our new normal is. And yeah, so maybe I'll sneak my knitting to work. And we'll see. I'll sneak out to the car and do some or something every, when I need a break or when I, who knows. But anyway, that's all I got for now. I will be back when I have something else to say or something to ramble about. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching this video. I guess like, comment, subscribe, like everybody says. Thank you if you stuck around this long. And once again, looking forward to seeing where this takes us. You guys have a great day.